My name is Leah. As always on my YouTube channel, I am sharing healthy and organic movement for tango dancers. And today I want to share about volume 2 for healthy feet, ankles and knees, but also strong knees, ankles and feet. And as a professional tango dancer and certified yoga teacher, my idea is always to give you an idea how we can have a long-lasting tango life. So this is volume 2. It's a little bit longer. It's a little bit deeper. If you have questions about volume 1, this is now the idea how to keep on working on it. Volume 1 is a little bit easier. So this time we will really want to have a little workout. So let's prepare each other with bare feet and some tools. So we want to work in this video with a roll, yes, which we already know from the healthy feet video. We want to have 2 ideas of elastic band and the chair. So prepare it and see you soon. In this video, we will start with the foot roller that you eventually already know from the daily foot health routine video. Why we want to go back to feet? Because when feet are in pain, the pain can travel up into the knees. When something in the hip is off, it can go down into the knees. So for having healthy knees and ankles and strong knees and ankles, we have to work the whole muscles around. So first we're going to relax them. So take your roller and massage your feet out. So as always, you can have like this roller here, or you can have a tennis ball or also a cork from a wine bottle that helps, and give a little bit of pressure. It should never hurt, but you should feel it. You really want to have here the foot, you roll to the side, one to the other side, and then you change the foot. How long you want to do that depends on how long you feel you need it, that the feet are getting a little bit more relaxed. So you can really feel the change that's going to happen in your feet. Yes? So this will be our first exercise. Our second exercise for today is about how we actually get power into the toes. You can use a chair next to you or a wall if you're a little bit wobbly or if you're challenged with your balance. However, always remember the heels are together, the feet slightly apart. You can also use total feet together, but I would like to introduce you more than an anatomical correct posture. So what you want to do is basically imagine that your hip is a ball, yes, and it hops on your toes. So you press the toes down and the ball hops on the toes and down and up and down. So as you can see, I'm not going to liberate the toes here, sorry, the heels. I really want to put them together. So you really strengthen the middle line, the inner thigh. So you go up and down and up and down. Yes? And here, I show that from the side. So you're really going to press down in order to go up, but you don't think in the front. So you really go in this direction and down. Good. So we do that again. You will always feel here that actually your glutes are already working, which you want to have, because the glutes is a good like a muscle group that supports our knees. So here you can, yes, use a chair or a wall. And we do that in 2 ideas. So, to make the calf strong, no, I like to have this up and down. So it's not just for the feet, it's really also for the calves. But when you're down, you lift the toes, so you have a toe lift. And this idea here really gets you into the lower legs, and you can feel how the muscle group in the lower leg is working. So eventually you do that between 15 and 20 times. Really feel that this is working and try to not push too much. Here on the chair, really feel that you do that muscle-wise from your feet and legs. The second part is a little bit more challenging. You go apart. So it's like you want to have here a push-up, but you want to push up with your feet. Remember, pelvis is neutral, so I'm not sticking here the butt out. I'm not releasing here my tummy. I'm really holding it in. And you're in a diagonal. And you go again up and down, and you want to keep the heels together. If it's really challenging for you to keep the heels together, you can always use a tennis ball between the ankles. That helps a lot. So now you do that again 10 to 15 times. But then challenge part number 2, you have one foot, and again up and down. And this on one foot, you will really feel that this is different, it's more challenging, and you can also eventually feel that one foot is weaker than the other. Yes, again, 10 to 15 times. If you want an extra challenge, you go to 20, but it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of the movement. So you have one foot and the other, up and down here again. Yes. And if you really feel you want to have an extra challenge, you just use here a little bit more the fingers to really feel that you're not going to overload the hands on that wall on the chair. Then we're still on the feet. You want to have the feet, and the feet can also have pronation and supination, and this is really important. So what you want to do is basically flip the feet over and go back. Flip the feet over and go back. And you want to give really like an outside stretch here to the feet, and this is really important. Yes. And maybe it's not going to do a lot, maybe it's a little bit challenging at the beginning, but you want to give here time that this is going to release. And with the time, you're just going to hold the situation a little bit more, feel that it's going to release. If this is too much challenging in a standing position, you already know you use your chair. Yes, and you want to repeat that several times again until you feel that it's going to release a little bit. First, you want to put it on the toes. Yes. You want to hold it, and from here what you want to do is really give here a good counterbalance, and you want to stretch and release and stretch and release. As always, you already might here recognize on a chair this is more easy, because here in a standing position you already fight eventually with balance. But it's really good to understand the standing leg that's connected to the ground, and the free leg and the free ankle that has to have here a good exercise moment. And again, one side and the other, you want to repeat that 10 to 15 times. In the first video, we were talking about this elastic band, so you would like to use it again under the knees. Yes. The feet a little bit more than hip wide apart, and this time you just want to do squats. So in the first video, we were having one change to really use the other side. You can repeat that, but I want to add a squat. So in the squat, it's important that we have the pelvis neutral, that we're not going to tilt it in, out, so that you really feel that you start to use your thighs. Yes. So if you have knee pain, the important part is not going more than 90 degrees, because then you trigger the pain. So what you want to do is small squats. Yes, you just want to go down and up. And also look, I'm not going to move the knees, I'm moving my hip backwards. Yes, as you would like to sit on a chair. There is the secret. So you can do that again 10 to 50 times. It's not important to do it a lot, but it's important to feel your body. So we take that away and going to the volume 2 of our size exercises. So in the first video, I showed it on the chair. In this video, I want to have a standing position. So I show that from the side. Again, important, the hip neutral. What about hip neutrality? You have in other videos. Basically, it's without a tilt, it's with a neutral position. And you want to have the leg up in 90 degrees. So again, check your hip here. And this is a little bit challenging, yes. So again, the knee pushes to the hand to the knees. We're already working on our abdominal muscles, another important group. And then what you want to do again, this idea of pulling the side up in order to stretch that leg. Yes, so you can see I'm working this way to stretch that leg, this way to stretch that leg. So obviously that is very challenging in a standing position, and the idea is to not move the knee, because if the knee is not moving, you really are using the thighs. Yes, and you work this with one leg to the other, again 10 to 15 times. In volume 1 you have the chair version, so you can use here the standing version, which is a little bit more challenging, and the chair version in volume 2, so you can decide on that. Great. So 2 exercises to go. One is you just step 1 step apart, feet apart, and what you want to do is, as we had in this first video, you push here back, yes, really down, and the other in front, so you give a calf stretch. If this is not too much, you go a little bit deeper here. Important again, pull the pelvis up and stretch here the back of the leg. So in the first video we used elastic band because I wanted to show you again the relation between one leg and the other, and here we're going to use really much that calf stretch. So breathe in, breathe out, take here your 10 breaths, feel that you really stretch, and then step in front to change. However, one muscle we didn't stretch yet, which is really important, which is the hamstrings. So I will start with a little bit more a challenging exercise, and then I show you a not so challenging exercise on the floor. First exercise, what do you want to do? Bending, yes, always really lean with the upper body here, good on your thighs, hands in front, lift slightly the heels. And what do you want to work now? How you lift here the hips, how you stretch the upper body, and how you really enter into that hamstring stretch. So you lift the sits bones, stretch and breathe, reach here in front, and you give it a good time until you feel it starting to release, to give in. Always with a good stretch, always with this idea of growing here up. Great, then down, and with a straight spine pushing the floor up. Yeah, that will be the little bit challenging variation if you are already flexible and you need a little bit more. If it's too much, so we go now to the floor, this is the easier level. So how I go down, you can always bend one knee, yes, go down and the other knee, and you will always want to roll to the side to go to that floor. So basically here, feet in mountain position, yes. Again, pelvis neutral, and what you want to do now, pressing the one standing leg down, in this case the left, and you take first the right towards you. From here you grab behind your kneecap, so you really want to grab. Make sure that the chin here points towards the ceiling, and you first tuck the knee, and again here up and down. So again, you see it's the same exercise as we had here in the standing position, but you really want to stretch here by pressing the sits bone down and stretch that leg. So whatever you can do here, if this is enough, this is already good. Then you wander a little bit more up and want to stretch this. Also, you can use the plastic band, you know, the elastic band, that's also good. And from here you can stretch that leg if you want. And if you can, you give slightly pulsations up. Yes? So here, always good shoulders, good grounded. Breathe here and stretch. So this will be a little bit an easier exercise for here if you need. So always knees together, and you can roll up. Wait, to stand up, one and the other. You go again on one leg, push down. If you need the support, you go with the chair, and that's it. So, as always, this video has an idea that it's together with the grounding video, the daily foot health routine. It's about core power. It's about how you align yourself, posture, which you have in other tutorials. In this was exactly about ankles and knee, so that we have a long-lasting tango life, especially using heels. So, as always, if you liked it, please like and subscribe, comment. This always helps to share more material. Thank you very much, and we see you soon.